Hello, welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. You join us for another Malifaux Monday, and this week we are unboxing Smoke and Mirrors, which is Colette's crew, which is cool.
Yeah,
One of my favourites.
This is one of yours, isn't it?
One of mine.
Yeah.
There are the models inside. Okay, there's no difference in model-wise from the original crew, so you don't need to get this if you've got the originals, which I have, but I did want them because they do look amazing. So we're going to do an unboxing of this. Oh, and before I do unbox this, there'll be a bonus video of this going on. Ooh. So this is part of the Dark Carnival set. I don't have the Dark Carnival set yet. I will try and get hold of that at some point. But this is the choreography duet to go with it. The Flying Monkeys, basically. This was the one we got on Black Friday. So that's going on today as well. For now, we shall get on with So we have, oh, these must be the stands for the doves. That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Cool. So there should be 3 mechanical doves. I presume they're the stands for them then.
I would
Makes
assume
sense.
so. Yeah, I'll have a look on the...
That's pretty cool. I like that idea. It's the first time I've seen that with Weird. We've got the cards there, actually. We might have a quick look at them later if you get a chance, but we'll have a look at the miniatures. So we have the mechanical doves there. We have, I think that's the performers. There we go. The performers are there. We've got Cassandra there, who's the henchman. We've got Colette. Oh, so it's Colette henchman. That's the mannequins. Where's Colette? There, right in front of me. Couldn't see her for looking. So we'll start with her, because we normally start with the masters. I'll take that one off the sprue. Okay, so there's a close look at the Colette sprue her on. She only consists of these 5 parts by the looks of it. We've got the instructions as well, because we normally have a look at these. So these are on the weird site. There we go. Smoke and Mirrors. So this is Colette, Cassandra and the doves. So there we go. So we'll follow that and we'll see how accurate they are. We normally spot something. It's a little game we've got now.
Yeah.
So I said there's 5 parts there. We've got the body, we've got a head there, which is all one piece, thankfully, with hat and even hair. It's not been split up. That's a relief. Because I don't know if you've seen any of the weird videos we've done. Normally faces are separate pieces to the heads for some reason. This is all in one. That's excellent. So I'll get all these parts off and we'll start putting it together. Okay, so here are the parts for Colette. So basically we have this leg that goes there, and the other leg will attach underneath. The head goes on as one piece, the hair attaches to the back, so that's going to attach there, and then she's just got the other arm. So it should be straightforward to put together. I've cleaned these bits up and they all fit together pretty well. If there's any problems I'll be back before she's put together, otherwise we'll see her when she's done. So there she is, finished. She was really easy to put together actually. Still drying a little bit, you can see. Went together really easily. And we'll see her again at the end once she's on a base. I'm going to make some stage type bases, which you'll see her on at the end, and then I think afterwards I might put some like magic stuff on. But you might see that when they're painted. So next up we have Cassandra. Here is Cassandra. She consists of a few more parts, I think. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. I think the 2 legs and then the body all go together. If we have a look at the image. Yeah, so we've got the body, the 2 legs go together, and then the arm is 2 parts, and then we have, is that like a little bit of, that looks like a bow on the back, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the back of a dress.
Yeah, I remember having one on the metal version. Yeah, so that's the bow there, which will go on the back. So we'll get those parts off and have a good look at them. Okay, so here we have the body parts, and then the head sort of attaches. It's kind of like a little lip on the neck. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, which attaches to the back. So that's how that goes on there. Then we have the two legs. There's a little square peg just on the back of that leg, which will go into that socket there. And then the other leg will attach at the other side, which leaves the back of the dress where there's a little nodule there, which we'll have to match up to something. So we'll put those bits together. So we've got the body part, and then I'll be back. Okay, so there is the body together. So yeah, it just fits together quite nicely. That the leg just fits in there, and should be straight with the other leg if you stand it straight. So next up we will put the two pieces of the arm together and put them on, the head on, as explained before, and the arm. So when I come back, she should be finished. So there is Cassandra, done. And again, we shall see her on the base at the end. She was actually relatively easy to put together in the end. Just a little bit more difficult than Colette, not much more. So we'll now move on to the totems, shall we? We'll do the mechanical doves next. So we've got 3 mechanical doves. 1, 2 and 3 on the old description. Are they the correct ones though?
No.
No, they're not.
No. Number 2 is 1, and I can't decipher between 2 and 3 which one's right.
Okay.
Because, sorry, 1 and 3 are both the same. What looks similar according to the instructions.
But fortunately, they're only, obviously,
they're only piddly
parts each. You've got the main body and the wings and everything's together there.
Yeah.
And you've got the head and you've got the feet. So it's pretty easy to work out which one goes with which.
Yeah.
As such, what we're going to do, we'll just cut the parts off for each one. Actually, we'll do them all together, even though they're different on the instructions, because they've all got the same process. It's just 2 legs, a head, and the keys in there as well, the little clockwork key.
I noticed that.
That's cool. And then, apart from this one, who's got the wings separate. On the back, you've got the joints where they go in. You can see that there. So the wings will go in there, and then the feet will go in. Sorry, the wings will go into these little round ones, sorry, and then the feet go into this little square type ones there. So I'll just put these 3 together, because there's not really much else to show you on that one. We'll be back when they're done. I imagine there's a little gap in the centre for these little clear stands, which one there, to go into. I presume it's just that bit there. We'll see when we're done. You don't have to use the clear stand, you could come up with something else to use. There we go. So we'll be back when they're together. So just to show you the first of the doves, there he is complete. I thought there would be a space for that little clear base to go in, but there actually isn't. So that's an interesting dilemma. Because I thought that was the other way around, to be honest, when I first saw them. I thought the little key went on its back, but doesn't it? It seems to go in its stomach. So you can't really put it there. Maybe on the tail. I'll have to have a think about this. Perhaps on the tail like that. I'll have a look, see if I can find some pictures of it in between doing this and get a better idea. But that's the first one together. And I'm just about to do the second one, which is one where the wings are separate. So there's the second one. A little bit more fiddly because the wings are separate. There we go. That's the back of it. Again, not quite sure where I'm going to stick the old flying stand for this. I'm sure we'll come up with something. So the last one, I'll show you the parts for the last one. See how fiddly these feet are. They've got little ball joints on the end. And they just fit into there. And all 3 of the heads have been the same. They take up this whole centrepiece like that. So I'll get that one together and then we'll be done. So next up, we'll see the mechanical pigeons again at the end, but we've got the performers now. So there is the performers on the sprue.
Mannequins, sorry.
Sorry, mannequins on the sprue. Sprue. There we go. Freudian slip. So you see they've got like the Edward Scissorhand things going on there and so on. Like looks like the performers.
They're like the Coryphee, aren't they?
Coryphee. Well, yeah.
They are Coryphee, but
the Coryphee is like the advanced version of the mannequins.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, which are kind of like they work with the performers.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's 2 of these, 1 and 2. Is it correct?
Let me just have a look. Yes, it is.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one's correct.
That's one.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll do 1 first, shall we?
Yep.
Do it in order. So we'll get all the parts of 1 off and back in a second. Okay, so this is the first of the mannequins. So we have the front part of the body, the back part of the body and the arm, which should go together, and the back part of the dress. Then we'll fit in the legs. Everything goes without the back when that's done. Okay, so that's the position. She's kind of like pirouetting. I don't know what it was.
Pirouetting.
I don't know what the ballet term is for that, but she's got her head back as well. So her head goes on there. We have this tiny little bit.
It's like a flower.
Which is a flower, which is a choker, which goes on the neck by the looks of it. And then we have the other arm, which goes on. Can't see what angle that goes on at actually. It's sort of kind of pointing up.
Yeah.
Like that. So we'll get the last 3 parts on and then we'll have a look at her. Okay, so there she is. Leaning back, doing some insane dance. With knives on her hands, obviously. That's the first mannequin. So we'll get the parts for the second mannequin. Again, we'll see her at the end on a base. Whether it'll be a final base or not, probably not. Probably want to add some more stuff to this. So have you got the parts for the next one?
Yeah, I'm going to give you those because they're very fine and I thought you might want to cut them off with a knife.
I'll cut those bits off.
Yeah.
So we've got these tiny little blades.
That seem to be separate from the other blades.
Yeah. And then we've got the blades there. So there's like 2 blades on each of these hands.
Yeah.
And there's a blade on each, which is ridiculous.
They seem to be
that is ridiculous amount of.
Yeah, I think those blades seem to be pointing upwards. So the other 2 are pointing down, but the third one seems to be pointing back up.
Okay, so we'll get those bits off. Let's have a look at the rest of the parts. We'll save those bits till last.
You've got the body.
It's got the legs, body, another one, those little flowers, head.
And then you've got the skirt.
So the skirt's made of 3 parts.
Yeah, so you've got 2 sides and a front.
Yeah,
basically.
And then we have the body, take it, just go straight on top.
Yeah.
And I presume that'll make sockets for the legs to go in.
Yeah.
So the first thing we'll do, we'll get the skirt and the body together. Okay, so there is the body and the skirt together. Next up, that means that there's 2 holes there. And then these 2 legs have got little pegs on the top, so they'll fit into that. Then we'll put the head on and we'll put the little choker bit on as well. Kind of off-centre to her. It's like on her shoulder if you look at the picture. There we go. So I did put that one slightly off-centre, so that one's kind of on the other side. So we'll do it like that if we can. And then we'll do the arms at the end. So we'll get everything else together and have a look at that. Okay. So there is the main part of that. So the last part is to get those arms and knives off and then put the arms on. So I'll be back once that's done. That's going to be pretty fiddly. There we go. So you can see how delicate those knives are on the back. It was a bit of a pain to get on really because I couldn't hold it by the knife, so I had to use the tweezers to hold the arm in place while it's sort of set. So that's the other mannequin. So we'll move on to the performers next and we'll see her on the base at the end. So here is the performance sprue. We've got performer 1, performer 2. Performer 1's one with the big dress. Is that correct on the...
That is correct on the thing,
So this one's right as well.
Yeah.
Performer 1, we'll start with performer 1 then.
Okay.
You noticed something about her hand, didn't you?
Yeah, on the box art there, I don't know if you can see it, but she's holding a cigarette, like a cigarette holder with a cigarette in it.
Yeah.
I kind of panicked when I saw this because the hand's just clenched up like she's meant to be holding something, and there's nothing in her hand there. So whether that's a mistake or just like an idea for you kind of thing.
So you could put a little bit of brass wire in there to make it look like it's one of those cigarette lighters maybe, but there isn't actually one on the sprue, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen something on the picture which doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, it's not on the hand, and there isn't even an alternate hand. I've checked the other sprues, I can't see even an alternate hand with it on.
So that's a bit strange, but not the end of the world. Again, if you wanted to do it, you could put a little bit like brass rod or something in her hand.
Yeah.
Or even something a bit thinner than brass rod.
Yeah, I mean, you could put a brass rod and then like a little bit of white at the end for the filter kind of thing for the cigarette, but it's just not there in the sprue, so don't panic.
Also, if you hear the banging in the background, do apologise. I hope the camera's got rid of most of that. It's just our neighbours again.
Yeah.
We started doing this, and as soon as we started doing this, they decided to start doing hammering on the walls. I don't even think it's DIY. I just think our hobbies are like playing games and, you know, being a geek. Their hobbies are banging on the walls and just
drilling into walls,
generally screaming at each other. Yeah. So that's their hobbies, obviously. Anyway, we'll get the Formula 1 parts off. We'll put that one together. Then we'll do the second one. So one first. Okay. So here are the parts for the first Performer. So she has this front part of the dress, this back part of the dress, which is that bit. Those two parts go together again to form slots for the legs to go in. So you can see that under there. Oops, but it flings out of my hand. There we go. So the legs go in there, and then the body. Now this one, we have this body there, and then there's a little square bit in the back. The hair, which is this bit, and sort of like, what do you have in your hair? Like that? It's like a headband, isn't it? But it's like a ruff.
Yeah.
It's like she's wearing a ruff in her head. But that little peg goes in there, and then her head goes in front of that. There's a head. So we shall start by putting the dress and the legs together. And I'll put those two parts of the body together and then the back to continue. Okay, so there is how the legs go. See that there? They do cross over each other slightly, and there's a little peg between them to secure them together as well, so they're very well secure, those ones. The back and the front of the body go on really easily, and then that attaches on pretty simply. No problems there. So we have her head, which goes onto these grooves on the front, and then we have she's got this in her hair, has she?
Yeah, that's like at the front of her hair.
That's like coming off the top of her head.
Yeah, and then she's got like a flower that goes down the side of her head.
Is that what this is?
That's what that is. It's like a little.
So that's the flower that goes down the side.
Yeah.
And then she's got her other arm because her other hand's on her hip there. So we'll put these other parts on, and then we'll be back to look at the final model. So there she is. It's a really cool model. All the models in this set again are really cool models. There we go. Really cool. So we'll do the other Performer now. Okay, so the parts for this one, I've got the front and the back there. The top is there for bibs. And then they fit into the old corset. And then we have the front and the back of the face. So this is separate, but at least it seems to be quite straight cut on there. It just sticks onto that little peg. Is that her hair?
That's the hair that goes at the back of that face. And then that, I think, is goes at the back of a dress.
Yeah, there's like a little bowl for the back, and then we've got this riding crop. So, yeah. So we'll put the body parts together first, and actually I'll put the face on as well. Come here as well. We'll do it all at once, and we'll see where we're up to. Okay, so there we go so far. Really easy to put together. They've all got pegs on. So there's also a hole in the back of the head for the hair bit to go on, and then we've got this sort of bit that's there for the bow to go on. So we'll put that on, and then we've just got a case of just putting these arms on, which are together, thankfully. So she should be finished then. Okay, and there she is, finished. It's really easy to put together actually. The performers were really easy to put together compared to the mannequins.
Yeah.
That fiddly bit. With some of the smallest bits I've ever seen in Malifaux. So we'll get her on a base, we'll have a look at them. The only ones that won't be on bases are the dubs, because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet. So there we go, those are the bases I've chosen to make so far. I'll try to turn it into a stage for them. So that's why it looks like they're on square bases, they're not really. But there we go. Claude just passed me the doves. Have a look at those. Again, these aren't on bases, that's why they weren't set up. But we get 3 doves for various things. There we go. We've had a few ideas. Maybe put one on a perch. Maybe putting one sort of on top of a cage. If you can find it, they find a cage small enough, or make one. We'll see how we go with that, but hopefully you'll see them once they're all painted and to see what I've decided to do with them. What did you think of the crew?
I think they're really good actually. Personally, I think they're better than the old crew.
I think they're better than the metal ones. I do agree, for detail, for how they look. They're very similar in the fact that that's the same models basically.
Yeah.
But I do prefer these ones. I'm glad I've upgraded them.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I think
it was this or the troubleshooters, and I don't have the troubleshooters, and I was just like, no, but it's Colette, and Colette's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Colette's a really interesting character for the Arcanists. I really
She
do.
is. She's awesome. Again, there's a few little differences, like I was just looking at the box, and you can see on the box she's actually got...
She's got longer hair.
She's kind of got long... She's got long hair on the model, but she's actually wearing a hat. On that one she's wearing goggles. She's more steampunk on the picture than...
Oh yeah.
Oh, saying that, top hat's pretty steampunk. There we go. So I'm going to look forward to putting these together. I've got a few ideas what I want to do with the bases as well. So stay tuned. If they don't work, then obviously it's going to be like they're still on the stage. The those other ones that we've got from the REI, they're on like a stage thing already.
Yeah.
So I put them. And then there's I would like to do the ice dance for this crew as well. She's a showgirl.
Yeah.
And plus she's worked with Rasputina quite well as well.
Yeah, I remember you saying about that. Yeah, there's a few that seem to be working well with different masters now. So
hopefully in the future we'll get some more. But there we go. That's it really. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Helps out loads. And stay tuned, because we should have, even if it's not up to date, if it goes up a bit late, because the neighbours have been a bit noisy, we should have the choreography from the Dark Carnival set, like I showed you earlier. They'll be up either today, or there might be a day late, but I'll put them up anyway. Just depends on, because we've got a bit of a peace and quiet at the moment, so we'll try and do that. But don't worry guys, I'll just go and play Rocket League really loud later and annoy them. There we go. So thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.